Hello, welcome to all to this advanced topic of structures. This is a part 2. Part 1 basics are being discussed. Okay, now we'll start with this. Use of size of operators on structure. Size of operator actually counts how many bytes are being required for a particular data type or for a variable of a particular data type, and then it will be printed. In structure, this is actually working in a different way. In structure, we have different type of member variable: character A, integer B, where C, float D, and size of structure is being calculated as a multiples of the largest data member. Largest data member is float, having 4 bytes, so each member variable will be given 4 bytes. So 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 will be 16. Hence both the printf statements will give me 16 bytes. Equating structure object to the same type. Two structure objects cannot be equated directly, so member by member we can perform this. In this example we can see this. Variable 1 and variable 2 are two variables having same member values a2 2.5. so when we will compare them member by member, that means a of variable 1 and variable 2, b of variable 1 and variable c of these, they are equal, and similarly for variable 3 and variable 4 they are not equal. In segregating operation, that means individual members, how we can handle individual members. So individual members can be handled easily as normal variables, but dot operator is must. So here first structure has been created: title, author, pages and price. Then one variable book 1 has been created of the structure book type, and then all the entries have been given: title, author, cost and number of pages. Then cost of the book has been increased by 10% and number of pages are increased by 100. So again these are simple arithmetical expressions. Values are being added and again stored in the same variable, member variable, and they are printed by these incremented values. So pointer to structure, it is easier to maintain pointer to structure than manipulating structure themselves. Pointer to structure can be very easily passed to a function, and they can be utilized while creating a linked list or tree kind of structure, data structures in C. So declaring a pointer to structure. Pointer to structure means a variable which is having address of some structure type variable, then it is a pointer to structure. Arrow operator is utilized to handle it, otherwise this is a combination of asterisk and dot operator. So here one structure book has been created, name, author, pages. b1 is the variable having all values, all three values. Then one pointer variable has been created. This pointer variable has been initialized with the address of b1, so now pointer will start pointing to the starting address of b1, and b1 dot name, b1 dot author, b1 dot pages will give normal values. And if we want to print values of b1 with the help of pointer indirectly, then pointer arrow name, pointer arrow author, pointer arrow pages will be utilized. Or this arrow operator can be utilized in this way also: asterisk and dot, asterisk and dot. These parentheses are must because dot operator has higher precedence than asterisk. So if we will not apply this parenthesis, then dot operator will not help us to provide this proper value. So this is pointer to structure representation, as I have already told you. Same thing is been applied over here also. This asterisk dot and this asterisk dot combination can be replaced by this arrow operator. Arrow operator is not given in keyboard, so minus symbol and greater than symbol in combination are actually arrow operator. So pointer to structure member variables, pointer to structure object and member variables of any other pointer are accessed using arrow operator. So that means ptr arrow x, that means we are trying to print value of x member variable of some other structure variable whose address is stored with ptr. Array of structure. So when we have more than one structure variable, then an array can be created and each member will be of a structure array type. Like here struct book has been created, then this is an array of structure. So library is actually array of structure. So library will be filled with some loop variable. So max book is given here, this is actually macro. Value 10 will be replaced here in entire program, value 10 will be utilized. While one is actually infinite loop, it will work as soon as user want to enter next information or count is more than this. Either two things are used, and break statement will take us out of this. So array of library is being created and that will be printed here itself. Structure within structure is called nesting. So one structure has been created completely, name structure having two member variables. Then another structure phone book entry has a member variable as an object of previous structure name. So person name can be created over here because this structure is already being created earlier. So now any object of this phone book entry can be of having three member variables. or three values can be given: first name, last name with the help of this person name, and mobile number is its own. In next example we can see this properly. Structure address, character phone, character city, and integer pin. Then struct emp has name and structure address a. Now this struct address a is actually object of this structure address, and here nesting has been done. So we'll initialize this variable of type structure employee. So John, this number, Rampur, and 07. So within this emp, this character, this name is only its own member variable, and rest of the three member variables of structure address. So this first, second, third. To access this first, second, and third, we have to use double dot operator, e dot a dot city. So e dot a will reach at this point, and then within a, city will be reached by another dot operator. Function and structure. A structure can be passed to a function either by simple member variable or by entire structure. So generally entire structure has been used. So either call by value or call by reference. Any technique can be utilized here. This is representing both the things. Passing array object by value. By value we can pass, or by using entire object. So here structure point, int xy, reflect point, struct point. So this function reflect point can accept entire structure, right? So here reflect point, within reflect point actually swapping of two member variable values has been done using third variable temp, but these member variables pt.x and pt.y are only valid within this function. So when you are outside this function, that is within main, again you are printing, they will be unchanged, because this is actually call by value representation of entire structure. Then call by reference has been utilized here, and in this case now values are being utilized using pointer to structure variable, and this pointer to structure member variables will be handled and they are permanently modified. So and output 47, then it will be swapped 74. So inside main, out of this function also these pointer variables, these member variables are being modified. So type def is just a keyword that is actually a storage class, and whenever we want to get rid of that struct keyword anywhere and only name of that structure is required to create any object, then type def is utilized here. So every time we don't have to write struct here. This type def struct name, this struct name is replaced by this name. Then few programs we will discuss here, and there is a program in which we have given one organization, few employees are working over there, and we want to find how many information about few employees whose salary is 50,000, and for a particular given department we have to find those employees only. So first of all structure will be created, all the entries of all the employees will be created, then entries will be there, then there will be a condition. So in this condition, then first of all we should ask this, if this program not works well, then please uncomment this and use f/stdin and start working, then it will work. So this is the requirement of clearing the buffer, input buffer. Then here department, particular department has been entered. Suppose we have entered here three departments, department 1, department 2, department 3, and we want to find in department 2 which employees or who are those employees having salary more than 50,000. So that department 2 will be entered here. Now this condition is successfully executed here. Logical AND operator, both things will be given. The department 2 will be compared with given department, and then particular employee for a particular employee and salary. So both should be true, then only information of those employees will be represented. Then next program we want to find topper student. Then first of all structure of student will be created, all the entries will be created, then finding topper will be based on the marks member variable. So all the students from student 0, S1 0 to S1 9, all 9 students will have different separate marks, and we have assumed that first student is the topper. So marks of first students are maximum. Then from second student to last student, we will compare marks of each student with our assumed marks, and if anybody has got more marks, then that will be within max, and that index value will be stored in J. So after that loop will execute completely, then we will print all the information regarding jth student because it is a topper student. Then in the last program we have to actually store a student information records, and then within a function we want to calculate average marks. So first of all student structure has been created, then there is a function in which entire student array, structure array of students will be passed along with size of the array. So here first of all array structure will be created, all the student information has been entered, then that function has been called, and this is actually called by reference because array name has been passed s1. So within that function, that average has been calculated because entire structure array has been passed over here. Then summation is actually calculated of all the marks of all the students, s1i, s10, s1, s11, s12, all the student marks will be summed up and then divided by total number of students, and that result is returned and it will be printed over here. So this was the all. Thank you.